Hey everybody, Chris the old ass retro gamer here, and you're watching Captain Algebra. Remember Kenna, suckers.
Hey everybody, Captain Algebra here. And recently on YouTube, some dumbass who thinks he's good at video games had this bright idea to do this $100 challenge for certain consoles. And first one was NES, so I figured, alright, I'll follow along. And I will also do a $100 challenge. So what games, if you had $100, would you start an NES collection with? Now, this is all based on loose prices, and the day I checked prices was October 5th of 2022, because we know prices change. So, yeah, if you watch this after that, the prices might have changed, but I'm pretty happy with what I did. So first game on my list, which comes in at $5.79, Ask Dianex. This game is fantastic. If you can get this game for $5 or $6, it is a huge score. Because this game is awesome. It is so much fun. It's an adventure game. You got an axe. You go around. Well, I guess you don't really have an axe, do you? That's Legendary Axe. It plays like Legendary Axe on the TurboGrafx. But you got this sword, and you go around killing enemies and kill these giant bosses as you fight your way through the levels. And yeah, it's just super fun. Unlimited continues, so anyone can beat it. It just might take you a while. But it's super fun. It's very interesting, too. At the last level, there's a certain way you got to get through the stage to get to the boss. It's not too hard to figure out, but it's pretty cool. Then, I'm a huge sports guy, so I gotta have a sports game. And this one comes in at $8.20. Rbi Baseball, my favorite baseball game on the NES. Now, granted, I've not played Baseball Stars. I know everyone seems to love Baseball Stars, but Rbi Baseball is a game that I grew up with. My brother and I played it all the time, and he would always play as the American League All-Stars. And so whenever I played, I would do the same thing. I was like, man, this game is super easy. Well, yeah, you're using the All-Star team, buddy. But it's super fun to play. I watched my brother play this so much that I literally did everything he did. There were certain people he would bench and bring other people in to hit. I don't remember who they are off the top of my head, but like I would literally do the exact same thing. Like anything my brother did, I did. I know there's other games in the series, like even on the Genesis, there's like Rbi Baseball 3, 4, 93, and 94. And they just don't have the charm that this one has. I like the extra cartoony graphics. You're kind of like all short, chubby guys. And it's just fun. It's just a fun game. Like, if you like baseball, you got to play Rbi Baseball. Next up, at $9.91, you knew one of these games would make an appearance. I do love Ljn Back to the Future. My favorite LGN game of all time. This game gets a ton of crap, but I love it. I have so much fun with it. I've done a no-death run of it. I've played it pretty much every single year because I like it so much. I grew up with it. My brother had a super beat-up boxed copy. I'm sure the box has been thrown out by now. And I just love playing, and I love the music. I know if you've watched my channel for a while, you've heard me say that I love the music. But I do. I know it's repetitive, it keeps going on and on and on, but I like the sound of it. So that had to be on my list. Next up, coming in at $10.49, Jackal. Because this is a fantastic co-op game. It's made by Konami. Konami basically could do no wrong back in the 8 and 16-bit eras. And this game is so much fun. It's a run and gun shooter, but in a Jeep, right? So it's like Contra, but you're a Jeep. And it's super cool how you can upgrade, and as long as you are saving people, and you keep that as long as you don't die. Super fun. I remember the first time when I streamed it, I could not believe I'd never played it before because I absolutely love that game. Fantastic music, great game. It's a must-have. Next up, also at $10.49, Adventure Island. Adventure Island 1, 2, and 3 are all fantastic on the NES. 2 and 3 are more expensive than 1. And they're better games, for sure. But God, I love Adventure Island. I remember that's pretty much when I joined the retro game community, is when Solid Nate was in the middle of his practicing for a no-death run. And I remember watching it, and like I had the game in my collection, but I really hadn't put much time into it. And I finally sat down and played it, and I was just super addicted to it. It is hard, but I never got frustrated playing it. I wanted to just keep going and going and going. I remember when I was streaming it, You know, I didn't beat it the first time, and like literally all the next day at work, that's all I thought about was like, I want to play Adventure Island. I want to play Adventure Island. Same thing on the next time I streamed it. Now that time I think I screwed up because I accidentally forgot to hit continue, so that's why I stopped streaming it. But it is so much fun. It's tough. It is very tough, but it's fun. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. Next one comes in at $15.22, and this was a no-brainer. Some of these games are just must-haves. No matter what, I had to have these on the list. And that's Super Mario Bros. 3. My favorite Mario game of all time. I like it better than Super Mario World. I know a lot of people do like Super Mario World better, but this is the first Mario game I remember playing. Now, obviously, we had all 3 games on the NES. I'm sure I played one first, but there's just something about this game. It was so much better than 1 and 2. Just so more refined, such interesting levels. The only thing that was really lacking was a password, or a battery save, because if you actually go straight through this game, it takes a while. You know, it takes a good 3 hours if you play every single level to beat this game. But God, is it fun. I can't go back and play the original Super Mario Brothers. It's just, I'm gonna get a ton of heat for this, but it sucks compared to Super Mario Brothers 3. It doesn't control as well. The momentum's weird. It's not that good of a game when you compare it to Super Mario Bros. 3 or Super Mario Bros. 2 for that matter. So yeah, Super Mario Bros. 3, that was a must-have. Next up, at $16.85, The Guardian Legend. So this was one of the games when I first started collecting I kept hearing about, because it's basically a mix between shooter game and adventure game. So you go down this like, I don't remember what they're called. It's just a pathway, but it's a shooter stage. And then you land and you're this, I think you're a robot that looks like a female. And you're going around and you're just adventuring around, trying to find different portals to other paths. And then you just keep going through each one, doing the shooter stage, do another adventure stage, go do the final shooter stage, and then you move on to the next area. And it is super fun. So addicting. I remember I streamed this for one of my first ever Request Tuesdays, and I had so much fun with it that I literally streamed it the next day, during the day. I think it was during the summer, so I wasn't at school. And I just had to play it. It was so much fun. I really like it. And finally, the last game happens to be the most expensive game, and was obviously the first game I pulled off my shelf, because I'm not starting an NES collection without the greatest run and gun game of all time. This comes in at $22.61. Super Seed. That's right, it's better than Contra. Now don't get me wrong, Contra's a fantastic game. Super Seed's better. Better music, better stage design, better bosses, everything's better. You can literally see the bullets, they're not just white, which is a huge help. But for some reason, I played this more as a kid than I played Contra. We were fortunate to have both games, and this one was super fun. I think it's just from the beginning, when you were in that helicopter, the lightning is going, you hear the thunder, and you drop down against that like purple and pinkish sky. Chef's kiss. It is amazing. I can't have an NES collection without it. So that brings my grand total to $99.56. So pretty solid, 8 fantastic games there. We've got a bunch of different types of games. I got sports, I got run and gun, got platformers. No RPG, because I'm not an RPG guy. It's just not gonna happen. Don't really care about puzzle games. I know a lot of people put like Tetris. I've seen Dr. Mario. They're just not that fun to me. And so yeah, this is my list, and I really had fun with it. So I'm thinking we'll probably do some more lists, down the line. I'm not going to do them all at once, but yeah, that's what I picked. What do you guys think about my list? Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, this is Captain Algebra, signing off.